A couple of months ago, I uploaded this to my channel. Then a little later, this one. And then last week, I uploaded this song. Playing fast, if done tastefully, is one of the coolest things ever. It raises the energy so much of a solo, and especially when done within a percussive context, then it's even crazier. Playing percussively is so fun because you don't need a backing track, you don't need a band, it's just you sounding amazing. I would love to help you reach that goal with 4 fundamental tips on how to do it, plus a workout at the end of this video, a speed workout for you to play along and experience amazing progress. Tip number 1, hammer-ons and pull-offs. If you've seen flamenco guitar players going crazy with scales, only using the 2 fingers of the right hand, index finger, middle finger, like Paco de Lucia, it's really amazing and sounds great. But I would love to make percussive guitar accessible to everyone, and that technique is not very accessible. And it's mostly done with the flamenco guitar with nylon strings, not very often done with the acoustic steel string guitar. Another possibility would be to use a thumb pick, as Tom Emmanuel does, and then you close your fingers like this, and then it turns to a normal pick. I love shredding with a pick with the electric guitar using distortion, but if you do it without distortion, it doesn't sound good at all. I would love you guys to check this 1-minute video from Bradley Hall of him playing shredding sounds without distortion. It sounds hilarious. So that's not a very good thing. While playing fingerstyle, I like to use my fingers. I like to feel the guitar very near me, and hammer-ons and pull-offs will make for a fast and also fluent solo. So make sure you dial them in. Let's take the beginning of the lick you heard at the beginning without the accompaniment, without the beats. These first 3 notes. E string 8th fret, your index finger is the bass here. This finger stays and you don't have to move it at all. Make sure you land very precisely with your ring finger, and then you pull, as the name says, the string downwards. Most people think you just pull the finger outwards. But if you do this, if you've heard it now, the next note sounds very quiet. So make sure you pull it a little bit downwards, not 100% downwards, a little diagonally. Because once you're using a higher string, let's say G string, same thing. If you pull only downwards, you're gonna hit the neighboring strings. So downwards diagonally. In this lick, I do hammer-ons and pull-offs, and then a slide. And after the slide, hammer-ons and pull-offs again. Here, 5th fret and 8th fret with this pinky. And then 3rd fret and 5th fret, index finger, ring finger. And then a pull-off from here. Open E string with the ring finger on the 3rd fret. Make sure to practice all finger combinations. Index finger, middle finger. Index finger and ring finger. Index finger and pinky. Middle finger and pinky. And ring finger and pinky. Then try to go pentatonic. This classic pentatonic shape here. Do it with pull-offs. And then go back with hammer-ons. And then do both. Tip number 2 is for you to have a snare sound. The snare sound is a very important part of a drum set where drummers emphasize mostly 2 and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. This here. That's exactly what we need while making something percussively. And I mostly use my thumb. For example, incorporating hammers and pull-offs with a thumb slap. A slide as well. It's possible. In this case, it's not optimal because the slide cannot compete in a loudness battle with the thumb. Which brings us to my favorite way of doing a snare sound, which is this here. You grab whatever note that falls on 2 or on 4, and then you mute everything else but the note. The muting can be with the left hand, like this, with my middle finger. I'm putting this soft part of my middle finger right here between the B and the G string, and I'm paying attention with the right hand not to hit the strings above. I'm only hitting here the lower 3 strings. The muting can also only be done with the right hand. You put your wrist down, and it sounds very good, it sounds very loud. Or you can do a combination of both. You mute both with the left hand or with the right hand. It'll depend on what you're playing. So it's good for you to be versatile in that case. So going back to the initial lick with one more detail that was actually in the original one. This technique will give you total independence. It doesn't matter what you're playing. Through this technique, it'll always be possible for you to have a snare sound whatever you're playing. If it's difficult for you to find the beat 2 and 4 within a solo, go to my Patreon page and download the tabs, but not just the PDF tabs, but also the Guitar Pro ones, because you'll be able to see exactly where the beats are and actually to press play and listen to every single bar that you like. Tip number 3 are 16th triplets. That's it. That's tip number 3. Remember that playing fast is a rhythm, like almost everything else in music. And if you want to be precise, not just playing fast in a way that's not musical, if you want it really to have an emotional aspect, you gotta be precise with the rhythm. So dial in your 16th triplets. What is it? Start from the eighths. The eighths are a very simple concept. Is when the metronome is going 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the fourths, by the way. Playing eighths would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you're playing eighth triplets, then you're playing 3 notes per beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Some people like to count like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. That's very complicated, but the people have a point who insist on doing it like this. If you have a metronome going at 100 BPM as I have right now and you're playing eighth triplets, it's gonna be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And even without changing the speed you're playing, if you just switch the speed from the metronome from 100 BPM to 50, and you play exactly the same. This is my metronome, by the way. I like using the digital one, but for videos, this one is great. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's it. In this way, you would have your 16th triplets. At 50 beats per minute, it doesn't sound fast yet. You'd have to raise it to 90, 100, or even 120, and that's gonna be that virtuoso sound of playing really fast. But even if you go a little lower than that, at 80 it still sounds, it's always comparatively. What you were playing before will be slower than the fast part, and the fast part is gonna sound very good, even at lower speeds. The cool thing about this is that you can group any notes together, and if you play them with 16 triplets, it's gonna sound fast and cool. My lick that I played previously, it's not brilliant, but with this rhythm, it sounds great. If you play it with eighth triplets at 80 BPM, and then drop the metronome to 40 BPM and play it exactly the same, you have it at your 16th triplets, and then you just have to go from 40 to 80, 90, 100, 120, whatever you like. Tip number 4, dial in your pentatonics. Pentatonics are not for beginners. Every advanced guitarist uses them a lot because they're great, especially if we're playing fast stuff. Since we're playing percussively, also playing the bass the whole time, don't worry about playing the scales on the 2 top strings. They're there for the bass. So start as of the D string. Make sure you're able to play this A minor pentatonic in at least 3 different parts of the fretboard. This classical shape, but also in the 7th position. 7th position means that your index finger is on the 7th fret. Here you change from the 7th position to the 8th position. Blues note being this one, 8th fret G string, and 11th fret of the E string. And the 3rd position would be the first one. The lick of the workout at the end of the video has 2 positions. You start from the 8th position with the bass. So pull-offs, slide from the 8th fret to the 5th fret, hammer on to the 8th fret with a pull-off back to the 5th fret with the thumb slap. Pull-offs from the 7th fret to the 5th fret on the G and D string. Hammer on back to the 7th fret. The C here on the 5th fret of the G string with the E string open as the bass. Hammer onto the 7th fret. B string 5th fret. 8th fret of the B string with E on the bass. Pull off to the 5th fret. With this pull off into the thumb slap. Pull off to hammer on. Hammer on the G string, 5th to 7th fret. Middle finger, a slide from the 6th fret to the 7th one with the A string open as the bass. Don't take too long here on the 6th fret. This is not an important note, it's just a passing note. Just an ornament. And this is how we get to that workout I talked about. I'm gonna play this lick in 4 different speeds for you to play along. And you can download the playthrough video and also a drawing board file. It's a Guitar Pro file where I put pauses between the bass notes for you to write your own riff. You can also send it to me so that I'll give you feedback and then we'll be able to write it together and I'll help you with it. But let's go to the workout right now.